Hey everybody. So I'm finally doing an update. It's been over a year since my surgery. So as a recap, I had surgery September 2nd, 2015. It is now December 2nd, 2016. I decided to do an update because I promised I would do them and I didn't keep up with it. My life over the last year got a little bit crazy. I was finishing my master's degree in healthcare administration and management, and I ended up getting engaged and married in the same year. And we got a cat and we moved into a new apartment, so I've been busy. To recap, I had a L4 L5 fusion, and I had a couple extra screws placed in my back because I had fractures in two places. I had a previous surgery in 2012 that was just a discectomy. They didn't do any sort of a fusion. That surgery didn't help, that didn't give me any sort of stability, so in all hindsight I wish I would have done the fusion sooner, but that didn't happen. So anyway, I was basically in pain from beginning of 2012 to the end of last year, and ever since I've had no pain. So to go over, my last video was October 1st of last year, of 2015, and that was just 1 month post-op. So in November, I went to Disneyland with my best friend and her boyfriend, and I braced myself on some of the rides, and I didn't ride anything too crazy because I was afraid. I didn't want to hurt my back. I had just had surgery 2 months prior, so like on Indiana Jones and such, I braced really hard, and I did have, I wouldn't say soreness. I didn't have any like repercussions or soreness, but you know, I could feel my back was still like semi-tender. December to about March, I would only have pain if I held certain positions for a long time. So for instance, like shaving, like putting your leg up and shaving. I would have when I go to straighten up, my muscles would be really tense, and so that would cause some discomfort, but it would go away and then I'd be fine the rest of the day. It didn't cause any like damage or issues. I have no issues. My back stopped having any really pain back in March. So now if I sit cross-legged on like Indian style, kind of bent, like if I'm on a soft surface like a bed or a couch or something, and I'm sitting and my back is bent and I hold that for a long time, obviously that's going to strain the muscles and you're going to have some discomfort. But other than that, structurally, all that, I don't have any pain, nothing. Like, I can run, I can jump. In fact, back in May I started training with a personal trainer, and basically what she has me do is she doesn't have me lift heavy. I lift light, like maybe maximum 60 pounds, 40 to 60 pounds, but she has me do like a lot of reps. And sometimes, like on my heavy days would be 40 to 60 pounds. I don't do as many reps. On my lighter days would be like 15 to 20 pounds, and I do a lot of reps. So she's been helpful in me feeling stronger and getting my strength back. I also do a lot of aerobic exercises and cardio exercises. And since my husband now is training to go into the Navy, and he has to lose some weight, and I need to lose some weight in order to go through these fertility treatments and such, we're both on a specific diet of more vegetables, more fruits, yogurts, less breads and sugars and processed foods, more soups and salads and stuff like that. So we're doing that, and then he and I both train with a trainer. We do couples training twice a week, and then he likes to go work out a little bit every day. I'm more like 5 times a week, 4 to 5 times a week. So I don't work out as much as he does, but we both have weight loss goals. His are slightly more than mine. I would like to lose between 10 to 20 pounds. 20 would be amazing, but to at least 10 pounds. Since training with the trainer, I started at 225. I'm now down to, this morning I was 217. So I've lost about 7-ish pounds. So far I'm good. But even from there, I would like to be down below 210 before I would take on any sort of a pregnancy, because I am tall, and for my size, I don't look obese, but technically by BMI standards I am obese, and so that means with a pregnancy I could only gain between 11 and 25 pounds. So I'm still like always battling, continuing to do all of these exercises that I did before and new exercises, and working with a trainer now, and having a husband that's supportive and also on his own journey. Um, it's a little bit easier now that we're both on the same page. Yeah, back wise, lumbar fusion wise, I highly, highly suggest it. I'm so disappointed that I didn't do it sooner, because I suffered, and if you're watching this and you're going through the pain right now and you're pre-operative or considering getting a fusion, do it. Make research, make sure your doctor is a good doctor. My grandfather had a fusion by the same doctor that I did, so I already had people in my life had gone to him and had successful outcomes. So that was helpful for me. I know it's hard if you live in a part of the country or a different country where you don't, the doctors, you're like in a rural area, and you only have one doctor, and if you do, they're far, you have to drive really far. I was living in the Central Valley here in California, and I had to drive or be driven 4 hours down to LA to see your Sinai to see my doctor. I was also very fortunate because I was on my grandfather's insurance, medical insurance, which is going to end in January. Not excited about that. But I was fortunate because I can go to any doctor I want at this point. So that was really helpful because I got to go to the best. And so I had a very good outcome. Also, I think my age, when I had the surgery, I was 24 years old, almost 25. Also, because I had a previous surgery, I knew what I needed to do to prepare for the surgery, so I worked out. Yes, it hurt because I had a broken back, but I didn't know it at the time, but I had a broken back, and I had these discs that were completely depleted. But I had a goal, and I lost, 30 pounds, and I busted to keep it off, and I worked on my upper body strength, my leg strength, because you need those two things to make up for the lack of strength in your back, especially when you're coming out of a fusion surgery or any type of back surgery. You can't use from here to here. You can't use it. So you have to use your arms and your legs to get you up and in and out of bed, in and out of chairs, and obviously walking around and such. So I knew what to do to prepare for this type of a surgery. So that also helped. I didn't know going into the first surgery, and so when I would get in and out of bed, it was very hard for me to even push myself up because I had zero arm strength the first go around, and just that whole thing. The doctor, I'd had the same doctor. He didn't want to do a fusion on me because at that time I had just turned 21 years old. Like 2 weeks prior, I was 20 and then turned 21. And he didn't want to do fusion on a 21-year-old, which I understand, but I wish that we would have done that because my back needed it, and now I'm great and I'm pain-free. And it's nice to live the last 5 years of my 20s with virtually zero pain whatsoever regarding my back. Obviously, I'm still very careful. I don't try to run a lot or do any pounding, jumping. Every now and then my training and trainer call for that type of an action, but I try to avoid it because I don't want any jarring. Because being in that much pain, you don't want to be back there. So I do my best to protect my back and not do too much. I lift weights slowly. I don't go really fast. I listen to my body. My trainer wanted me to flip a tire, and I was like, no, not doing it. It's too much. It was 125 pounds or 200 pounds, something like that. That's as much as I weigh, and I couldn't do it. And I was afraid my back was going to hurt. So I told her no. And of course, you feel bad. You don't want to not do something that they tell you to do, But I had to listen to myself and I had to stick up for my back because I don't want to mess with it. So anyway, back wise, I'm great. I suggest the surgery. It's made my life completely 100,000% better. And so I'm pretty much done, talking about that subject. If there's any questions, obviously you can message me. I've had a few people that I have no idea who they are message me on here and send me messages, and or even through Facebook they found me and have messaged me. So if there's any questions regarding this subject, about what I did, what I do, um, and how to prepare or work through certain parts of pre-op, operation, and post-op, um, I'm the one to ask because I had a great outcome, and here it is over a year later, and I'm having no issues. So I hope the best to anyone who's watching this, who's possibly going through surgery or just recently had surgery. I hope that you go into it with positive thinking, and I hope you have a positive outcome and become painless, pain-free after the surgery and after you've recovered. Um, if you watch some of my past videos, I recovered very fast from this second surgery. The first surgery, I virtually never recovered. I was just completely always in pain, and I figured, oh, I'm just still recovering, but that was 4 years of that, and it got worse over that 4 years. But with this one, I could just tell, like, the day after surgery, I was able to get up and walk and had basically no pain. The last surgery before that, I couldn't get up for 2 days, and I was screaming trying to get up because I was in so much pain. So there was just, from right out the gate, I could tell a huge difference between a disectomy and a fusion. And so I think if you're in that much amount of pain where you feel like you need surgery, get a fusion. If you have the insurance and you can afford it, get the fusion. Don't waste your time with the disectomy. That's just my personal thing. I wish I would have done it because I would have saved myself a lot of time and a lot of hurt and being basically crippled for 4 years. Feeling like an 80-year-old in a 20-year-old's body. It was terrible. I could go on. But that's just my own personal experience and how I feel about it. But yeah, if you have any questions, just message me on here, or if you can find me through different outlets. My name changed, obviously. I'm no longer Lauren Williams. Now I'm Lauren Stein. I changed my name on YouTube, so that should clue you in. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And like I said, if you have any questions, just message me. Thank you. Have a good day.